and welcome back to the second part of this tutorial. Okay, right inside the class cTotal, I'm going to declare the following variables. You can also call them data members. So let's refer this to each of these. So the first one is carpet. So I'm going to call it underscore carpet. Alright, as double. That is my first data member. The second one is fabric. So we'll come back in here and just maybe copy that. I think I have 5 of those, so that's fabric. And we have blinds. Let's come right in here, change this to blinds. Okay, then we have mileage and home delivery. Mileage, and finally home delivery. There, those are my 5 variables or data member. You can call them variables or data member, but guess what, they are all private. It's private because no any other lines of code will be able to gain access into this. But if other lines of code won't be able to gain access into this, we have to provide a way for us to be able to gain access. So what I would do in that case is I'm now going to create, since they are all private, let's attach a property to them. So we can say public property. No, the property can be read, write, or just read and write. So I'm going to call that item carpet. Yeah, so this is going to be known as item carpet. Let's say as double. So that is the very first one, and let's set the value of it as double as well. There, see, once I click on enter, look at what's going to happen. There we go, Visual Basic actually fill up the rest for me. So the very first property is for carpet. So now let's enter that very value. So I can always say carpet, this very one up here, okay, equals value. So right in here, so let's copy that, paste that in here, equals the value itself. There. Okay, now get. So what do I want it to return? What I want it to return is item carpet. So let's copy item carpet, and right in here I'm going to enter return item carpet. That's it. So we now have a public access into this very one. That's the properties, sorry, that's the properties of this data member up there. Okay, what I just need to do is I'm going to copy it across and just change the name around, and the next one is going to be fabric, item fabric. Paste and change this to item fabric as well. Item fabric. There we go. See, so that's the first property taken care of. I've just collapsed it. You can always collapse it so that we have enough room. So I'm going to repeat the same thing for the third one. Come in here, collapse this one. So binds, let's collapse this. Let's take care of this first so that that error will get away. Now the error is taken care of. You see that? So that's the second one taken. The third one is taken care of as well. Copy it again. And mileage, that's the fourth data type. Item mileage. And this is mileage as well. Done. Okay, copy that. I'm gonna collapse this, leave this one open so that you guys can see it. Paste that in there. And finally, home delivery. Copy that and change this to home delivery. Item, home delivery. Home delivery. Home delivery. There. So we've taken care of all of the properties for this very data type. If you don't do that, you won't be able to gain access really. Okay. All right. Now, okay, let's just leave one open. The next thing we want to do is to create a method to add up all of the declared data type. So to do that, maybe right underneath here, you can come right underneath here and let's create that very method. I'm going to collapse this now that you guys have seen it all. So right in there, let's say function. I'm going to call it get amount. Amount parentheses as double. There we go. Press enter. So what I want to do is to add up all that we have in here. So to do that, I'm going to say return as follows. Return, open a bracket, and I'm just going to enter everything right in there. Okay, all of this. So the first one is carpet. Then fabric, I'm going to add that up, plus there, and the blinds as well, paste that there, plus mileage if this, or if there was any mileage while delivering the item. Okay, blinds, there's an S there. Then finally we have home delivery. Copy, come right down here, paste home delivery. Right, so the function that will carry out the whole calculation is taken care of. Alright, you see inside object oriented, you see you can also have another method right in there. This is one function, but I might as well just create another simple method. I'm going to call that very method, I'm going to call it the data type has, let's call it constant MC tax. So MC tax rate, okay, MC tax rate equals, let's say 0.65. Alright, so right here I'm going to create another method. So I have one here already. You can call it function, you can also call it method. And right here, so in here, let's go for function. Okay, let's make it public. Public function. We call it find tax, and let's enter by value, and let's give the name, that's C amount, and the variable and the data type for C amount is double, and the whole parenthesis, let's make that double as well, enter. There. So now see find tax here, I want into it, I want to add the following. When it says C amount minus, open a bracket, C amount, let's multiply that by the tax rate that we have up there, this very one, and there, that's it. We have just finished calculating our tax. Now all that is left for us is, maybe we should create another class. I'm going to create another class where I will show the price of all of this. Let me copy this, copy, and there I think I'm going to make it public. So let's come in here, project, add, so let's call it C price, C price. There, that is the name of our new class. It's called C price, and add, and right there we go, that's our C price, right inside C price there. So I'm going to call that, instead of private, let's make it all public. Public is just for price, because the price can always go up or down. So let's get rid of this. So we just enter in here price of carpet there. Now the next one is going to be price of fabric, price of blinds, price of mileage, price of home delivery. There we go. Now maybe we should just enter value in there, equals, that's carpets, you can say it's about 1290 per meters, and that's fabric, so let's go for maybe about 7.50, and blinds maybe 8.30. Then the next one is mileage. Okay, per mileage, let's say, I think mileage is now, a drop is £5. Yeah, that's it. And home delivery, cost of home delivery, we can say that's 3.6. There we go. So home delivery, if you make more than 2, more than 1, this for mileage per mile, or okay, per mile, let's say it's £5 per drop. So okay, so all of those are taken care of. Now we have 1, 2, 3 classes. We've made use of this very one, so we now need to take care of these 2. So let's go straight inside our form here. So right in here, double click on add total or add or price. So the first thing is, we are going to create 2 objects. The first object is going to be total. Let's call that total cost. Object total cost as C total, I think equals new total. Yeah, that's my very first one. So that's an object created for, so that we can gain access to this very class. Without an object, you will not be able to gain access. So let's try and gain access into the price as well. So let's say dim item price as C price. C price equals new price. Okay, the reason why I'm putting in new is because we want it to allocate a memory space for us. Without new, you will end up with an error. Okay, Now that is taken care of. If you want to find out, you can always delete the new and see what's going to happen. Alright, there, that is done. Okay, now let's continue. So what we need to now do is I'm going to use this very object total here. Here's that in here, dot, and now want to call my property here. I think this one is called item carpet, the very first one. So let's go back in there and let's say dot and look for item carpets. That's the very first one. Okay, equals item price dot the very first price of carpet. We multiply that by this object, the very first object. Where is it? Right here, this very one. What is the name of that object? Let's come to the properties and right here, okay, txt length, and maybe we should even say, let's see if we can use double dot parse txt length dot text. There. Now that is the very first one. Okay, maybe we should just call it txt carpet. Yeah, carpet is fine. That makes sense, so I know who I'm dealing with. Okay, back onto our code. So let's just copy that, paste it right in there. Okay, it's changed anyway. So the next one is going to be total. Paste that in there. Dot then fabric equals price, this very one, is that in there, dot price of fabric double dot parse. So I've used double dot parse because the content on the text box are all strings. Okay, dot text there. Now let's come to the next one. The next one is going to be blinds. Okay, I can just copy this, paste it underneath, and just change this. That will be dot item blinds, and this one is dot blinds, and this one is txt blinds. Right there, that's good. Okay, let's take care of two more. This is going to be mileage dot mileage, and this is going to be dot price mileage. Yep. And this is txt mileage. Right there. The other one is going to be dot home delivery, and this is price dot home delivery, while we have txt delivery here. Right there, that's it, all taken care of. Okay, the next thing we want to do is let's declare three variables. So I'm going to call this itax, comma I subtotal, and I total. as double. Okay, now this very one, subtotal, let's paste that in there, equals, I now want this, let's say total, get the total cost objects dot get amount right there. Okay, let's take care of the tax and the total. So copy that, paste that in there. So that's going to be exactly the same. I'm going to copy and paste. Dot find tax. Okay, what are we calculating? I'm going to the tax of subtotal. So let's just say I sub there. Okay, tax whatever we have inside subtotal, and the total itself will become, let's say total, copy that and paste that right in there. Let's go for total equals the both of them, the both value. So this plus I tax. There, that's our total. Okay, so just before I call it the end of the second part of this tutorial, let's say LBL subtotal dot text equals format, and what we're formatting is subtotal. So it's converting it to pound sign. LBL tax dot text equals format to currency. And what are you formatting? iTax. Then LBL total dot text equals format to currency iTotal. There. Okay, I've formatted everything to currency. So let's run it and you see what's going to happen, although we won't be able to gain access into it, but let's just run it anyway. Okay, if I click on add up price, there we go. Right, there's nothing in here, but let's disable all of this on form load first. That's the form load. I'm just going to cut all of that off. Now paste it back in there once we are done. So run it again, and we can then enter value in there. So that is the amount of item that we want. Okay, you see that you add this and this together, that's what you get. Okay, so I'll call that the end of the second part of this tutorial.